Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour. What's up, guys? Jeremy with Lifted Adventures here. Super excited about today. We got Flatwoods MTB on. We got Matt on here. Let me go to him real quickly. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
It's going great. Excited to be here.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, this is just a fun kind of live stream where I go around and just seriously interview MTB YouTubers. There's no seriousness anywhere involved here at all. It's all just fun and games and everything. But just get other MTB YouTubers' names out. Could be small, could be huge. Doesn't really matter. Just here to have a fun time and get people to get to know other YouTubers. So before I start asking questions, you have to say Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour 5 times as fast as you can. Set. Go.
Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour.
Sweet. Okay, that was I need to think of something harder to do next time. That was way too easy.
The speedy juice. It helps
Speed juice, or you are a rapper by trade, and no one knows this. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Not about your channel yet, but just a little bit about yourself. Something maybe your viewers might not know about you. Or just anything you want to talk about.
Well, I've lived up and down the East Coast. I have 2 twin boys, and I love bikes.
You have twin boys?
I'm addicted to bikes, yeah. 2 twins, they're 10 years old. That's
something I did not know about you. I have twin, well, they're 4 years old, but twin girls. So we are strong in the club, the twin club together. Now, as
a special club?
Yes, it really is. When you had them, were people like seeing them and were like, "Hey, are they twins?" Did people do that?
I get that a lot still because they're not identical.
Oh, they're not identical. Okay.
So.
You see, mine are identical and look exactly alike, and they're like, "Are they twins?" I'm like, "No, they're cousins." Or I'm like, "No, we found this one and decided to go ahead and keep her."
It just looked just like that one, so we just hang on to it.
I was like, "Hey, there you go." They're boys. Did anybody ask if they were girls?
Yeah, that happened when they were little, but
yeah,
can't really tell.
Well, mine you couldn't tell, but they were all wearing bows, hot pink, flowers, and just straight up girly stuff. And people were like, "Are they girls?"
Never assume.
Never. I guess not nowadays. So is that something that a lot of your viewers don't know? Is you got a set of twins? You got kids?
Yeah, they've been in 1 video.
Yeah.
We'll be in 2, but you can't really tell because, like I said, they're not identical. They're a little different size.
That's
it's
awesome.
Never fully mentioned.
So do they wanna start mountain biking, or do they mountain bike?
Well, they do. They do. Went to the bike park in Asheville this past weekend.
That's right. That's awesome. That's super cool. They look up to you, and do they want to start a YouTube channel too someday?
Actually, I think one of them already has one.
Oh.
But there's nothing going on.
It's not Fortnite or nothing?
Just him making faces at like the webcam on the Chromebook.
Okay, awesome. Well, so tell me a little bit about your channel and why you started it and everything.
Well, initially I started it just as to shake the rust off. Basically, I was doing social media and writing scripts for YouTube videos for work.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get back into the habit of using Premiere. I just started writing again and coming across a bunch of great channels, so I figured it'd be some good practice, and I started having a lot of...
That's awesome. That's awesome. Real quick, everybody who's watching, in the chat bar, I think it should be working. Is it working? Do you see it working? Is the chat bar working? It should be working. I typed something. If you guys have any questions or anything for Matt, feel free to throw those out there, and as we get them, we'll ask them and just have a good old time and just get to know them. So, first serious question. What is your favorite color and why?
I think my favorite color is pink because it annoys people.
Okay. You know, I can agree with that. I really like pink too. A hot pink, or is it like more
Oh,
fuchsia,
I
or
mean,
is it
obnoxious pink.
obnoxious pink? Yeah, fluorescent pink. That's probably
You
one of
have
my
the
favorite colors
similar
too.
text color in your logo, like you
Yes,
know what I mean.
yes. I like bright colors. What another serious question? What's your favorite food,
Sushi is probably my favorite at the moment.
bro? We might be twins. That's amazing. Sushi has been my favorite, always my favorite. Oh, and real
Like
quickly, everybody, just want to say Merry Christmas. This is my last live stream before Christmas, and Happy New Year's. We'll get another one next month. But favorite movie, Matt?
oh, that's tough because I love movies a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Movie buff.
I actually been working on a screenplay too
Oh,
recently. I've done another one before, but
yeah, that's awesome.
fun little habits.
That's
But
more.
recently, Jojo Rabbit is
Yeah,
an absolutely fantastic movie. It hits all the comedy, the drama, pulls on the heartstrings. It has it all.
that's totally awesome. Mine would be The Matrix. It's always been and will always be. They're bringing out another Matrix 4. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, and I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. But I'll
I
reserve judgment till I see it.
I'm excited, but I I'm not gonna be surprised if it's absolute garbage. But we'll see. Um, so this one's a hard question. Um, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes chicken sandwiches?
Neither. I don't eat fast food.
They're very smart. That is probably a brilliant idea. Um, After all the videos I've seen of the Popeyes chicken coming out with worms on it, I would probably uh, speak to that too.
It's a
Um,
somewhat recent development, only the past couple
yeah,
of years.
yeah, of course, of course. So now, honestly, to get to your video, to your channel, um, tell me about how you came up with Flatwoods MTB. I know it's a trail close to you, but why'd you name it Flatwoods?
No, it's basically the trail that inspired me to get back into mountain biking. It was kind of accidental.
Okay.
So, like, my girlfriend had bought me a bike, a sweet single speed fixie with a flip flop hub. I hadn't really ridden in years, and
Yeah.
I started commuting to work. And I was having a great time with it. Somebody stole both of our bikes out of our shed, and she picked me up a Mongoose Walmart mountain bike,
Mongoose.
and it was knew it wasn't really trail rated, but we are like, there's got to be something around here.
Yeah.
Found a nice little, well, Flatwoods flat trail. There was a 7 mile paved loop, some trails. We went on that. Totally re-addicted and went from there. So that's kind of what inspired the name.
Now, whereabouts are you located, if you don't mind asking?
In
Summer vicinity.
Tampa City proper, and
Okay.
the hipster, cool Seminole Heights neighborhood.
Is there? You see, I'm having trouble exactly where that is. Is there anything most viewers would probably know around there? Any trails that are pretty popular?
Alafaya
Alpha. Okay.
is about 45 minutes south.
I wish I was that close to it.
Carter Road is pretty close, and Santos is about an hour north. So
Oh, okay. Well, we need to meet up at Santos sometime. I
that's
go
smack
there
in the middle
once
there.
a month. I go once a month there probably. Actually, just last weekend I was there and hit D1 and looked at D2. Did not do D2. Watched some people hit D3 and D4, and that was pretty legit. That was pretty awesome. So with the trails around you, what's your favorite trail close by you? Is it Alafaya?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's
Like,
awesome. See, I haven't hit it yet. I honestly need to go, and it's 3 hours away from me, so
yeah,
I just need to do it sometime.
there's over the past like 5-6 months, like the Alafaya Trail crew has done so much work,
That's
and
awesome.
it's just getting better and better every time I go.
That's super cool. Do you ride? Do you ever ride with Joe from Mr. Tonka?
He rides on a day that I don't ride.
Okay. Yep. That happens sometimes. Clint Gibbs rides at San Velasco.
We've tried to meet up, but I generally
Yeah.
can only ride one day during the week.
Oh, okay.
It's another place I want to get up to.
Yep. Yep. San Velasco is. Well, it'll it'll either destroy you, or you'll have a blast and still destroy you, or you're just a beast and just have fun and not get destroyed. What is your favorite trail outside of Florida? Have you gone to any crazy ones outside of Florida?
Yeah, I grew up riding.
Yeah.
Grew up riding in New England, so there's a lot of trails in White Mountains, North Conway area that I used to ride a lot.
That's
That I'm a
awesome.
big fan of. But we've been going to Asheville a couple times a year, and like Colo Bike Park is just a great little place. It's super accessible, and there's progressive jump lines, and there's a bunch of little features. You can just spend all day going around.
That's so cool when people, make the trails evolve for people's skill levels. You got the beginners all the way up to advanced super pro and everything. I love that. That's what it's meant to be. That's so cool. So your dream trail, dream place to go ride, what would it be?
Got to get up to Whistler.
Yeah,
just
everybody.
It's just like everybody else.
Everybody else. I haven't met another person that's not said Whistler within the first 2 or 3. That's totally cool.
Anywhere on the North Shore.
Yeah, of course. That's totally awesome. Hey guys, we got some people commenting finally. No questions or anything, but if you guys have any questions, I'll say it again. If you guys have any questions for Matt, this is just to get to know another YouTuber. Ask your questions, and we're here to have fun and everything. Okay, so first person POV riding videos. Do you think there's, obviously you and I do a lot of them. Do you think it's starting to become overdone, or do you think there's still room for more of that?
It is a little bit overdone. I'd say there's still plenty of room for it, but it's more finding a way to make it a little unique. It is something I struggle with because it's hard to set up cameras and do all these things when I only have one day to ride a week.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's either just...
Do you want to enjoy or do you want to ride, You froze.
Just throw it on and do it.
You're freezing there a little bit there. Okay, yeah, but yeah, that's yeah. Do you think there should be a new type of style, or do you know of a new type of style that's coming out with mountain biking that you think will probably be picking up?
Yeah, I don't really know of anything that would be a new style. What I'd like to see is more people using like wire cams over trails, or cable cams. That's something I want to do. Basically, you just string up a camera on a cable and it follows you.
Oh yeah. Well, they have those drones that you wear the receiver or whatever in your pocket or in your bag, and that drone follows you. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen those, and there's a couple of, I forget the name of the company, but there's a couple cameras that pan and tilt that follow along with it the same way.
Yeah. The Ryo does that, or
yes, that's what it is. Yeah,
that one does that. Ryo, whatever.
Something like that. But
it's not super popular, but yeah. What's your favorite channel that you watch besides mine?
Well, besides yours, of course, it's Paul the Punter, Bobo, Daily Mountain Bike Rider. Those are, and Seth Bikes Hacks, of course.
Of course. That dude's, what is he? Is he almost at 2 million?
Something like that. But it's like watching his channel is like watching This Old House for mountain biking, and it's just very relaxing. Very
it's his voice.
Music.
It's his voice, just chill.
Yeah.
Now that you've seen him, in his little box, I don't know if you saw that in the end of his video, he's talking into his microphone. So now every time I hear his voice, instead of, I'm having a hard time combining the two, the video and his voice, because my brain will switch off to him sitting here talking, like that, and it's insane. Have you watched talking about soothing voices? Shut Up and Ride.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't listened to his podcast yet. It's queued up, but I haven't had time.
His voice, I don't know. He popped on last month, but not trying to be creepy or anything. But his voice is very soothing. Sometimes
he has a good voiceover voice.
Yeah, he does. Oh, I had a question. I did. Oh, your channel. When did you officially start your channel?
It was May of this year is when I started posting.
May of this year? Okay. That's awesome. And how many subscribers you got right now?
80 something, maybe.
Almost to that 100 mark.
Almost. part of
that's like the first hump, and once you get over that, then it's just cruising from there.
yeah.
That's a fun time to hit. Um, so how long? So you started your channel back then.
Part of my work agreement was that
Do what?
I lost you for a second there.
Are you there?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I lost you too. What did you say? Work agreement?
Yeah, I couldn't actively promote what I was working on because of the YouTube channel I was working on. So
Oh,
that's changed.
no problem. No problem. Um, I asked a question. Now I have to just remember what I. Oh yeah, you said March. You started your channel back in March, right?
May.
May. I knew it was an M. Okay. Started your channel back in May. When did you actually officially start riding? When was your first time, not riding a bicycle, but when did you actually start mountain biking?
When I first started mountain biking was 1995.
1995. Now, another question is, does this look better on the right or the left side? You can't see me.
Well,
Yes, you
I'm
can.
on a little delay, so we'll say
Yeah, you're
I
a little
think the
delayed.
left side
The left side? Okay, so this
keeps
side.
it more balanced with the microphone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect. That's
Oh, my right,
smooth.
your left.
Yes, correct. Okay, awesome. So repeat what you said. So I was paying attention to my ball and the this in front of my face.
Started riding in 1995.
1995. Okay, trying to remember. My mom and dad bought me my bike. Oh no, it was before that. I don't
So
remember.
I rode BMX until then. Used to race a little bit, and then my mom bought me a Trek 800 Sports in
Yeah,
1995 with friction shifters and quill stem,
that's
fully
awesome.
rigid cantilever brakes, and
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the big.
I think mine was around that. My first mountain bike was around that time. Well, my first bike ever was considered a rigid mountain bike, but I didn't know what mountain biking was until I got my Diamondback. I don't remember which one it was, but I thought it was super cool because a Diamondback can kill you, and I was like, this bike could kill you. It was totally
90s
not
too.
not what I thought it was, but yeah. Oh, let me silence my phone. Boom. Okay. Um, so how many bikes have you had since that first 1995 mountain bike?
Between like 95 and I'd say probably 2003, probably had 4 or 5 different bikes. I bought a different Trek with a Judy. I think it was a 930 a couple years
Yeah.
after. And then I bought a Trek Y3, which cost more than my car at the time, which is a total garbage bike.
Yeah.
But at the time, carbon, full suspension, it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though
Was
you
that your
couldn't
full?
pedal
Was
with
that your
it.
first full suspension bike?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And I bought a couple stump jumper after that because the hardtail was better than the full suspension at the time. And then
Yeah.
I got a bike stolen, and then I stopped riding for like 10 years until, like I was saying, a couple years ago, we got the Mongoose Walmart bike. Then after that, picked up a Talon. I just built up a full suspension bike, and now I have a couple other bikes kicking around here too. But
What's the main bike that you ride in your videos?
recently, it's been an Azonic Avenger.
Okay, that's sweet. I don't know that bike. Azonic.
Yeah,
I know Azonic.
they they don't make frames anymore, but
Yeah.
this frame is from like 2011,
Okay.
and I just kind of pieced it together with some stuff that I had kicking around.
Well, that's super cool, and you're doing that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, the wall goose. I
Yeah.
like that. The wall goose. That is super cool. I've never heard it called that way, and I'm gonna call it the wall goose from now on. Oh, that's super cool. There's nothing wrong with mongooses, guys. Well, there used to be nothing wrong with mongooses,
It got me
and
back into biking again, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah, and Matt's told me earlier that mongoose actually has some. I guess I need to do more research, but mongoose has actually some decent bikes. Is that what you said?
yeah, they do. Just
That's awesome.
you won't see them anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But well, Walmart has a new XC bike That's actually supposedly the hardtail. Yeah, the hardtail.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's supposed to be legit. So I don't know. We will see if anybody really actually gets it. So you have that bike. Obviously, the whole thing's aftermarket parts because you custom built it from the bottom up. Another really serious question. What bike will make me go the fastest?
Well, the fastest would clearly be like a late 70s 10-speed road bike.
Okay.
Once you get going downhill, it weighs like 70 pounds. You'll go like 70 miles an hour.
But what color?
Oh, it's got to be red. Red's the fastest.
Ooh. I don't know. I thought pink was the best color on those.
Oh, but it's not the fastest.
Okay. It's just not the best. So you told me your favorite channels that you watch. Do you watch any other types of YouTube? Or are you only pretty much mountain bike?
I watch a lot of like Crafted Workshop. I don't know if you heard of him. This guy did Alex single track sampler's van. He has really great woodworking videos.
Oh, okay, sweet, yeah.
This guy, Old Shovel, I watch a lot too. He restores old bikes, but also old tools, which is very relaxing and interesting to watch.
See, I have a what is it? It's about a 50-pound kettlebell. That's probably from the 19-teens, the early 1900s, and it is like caked on with rust. And I've been trying to figure some way to get that off, and maybe I need to go to that channel.
Yeah, check out Old Shovel. He's good.
Learn how to restore it.
I'm sure there's something on there. He does old axes and pickaxes and stuff like that.
That's weird. That's weird stuff, but that's super cool. So around here, obviously, we ride, a lot of flat stuff and sand and coquina rocks up here, at least in St. Augustine area. What's your favorite kind of trail? Is that your favorite kind of trail, or do you have a is loam, or what's your favorite kind of trail?
Really, my favorite kind of trails are really rocky downhill trails, but you don't get that here.
Well, you can. I know we get some. Have you ever been to Graham Swamp?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I haven't really been to much on the East Coast. So.
Okay, I got Graham Swamp over here, and there's some downs. I mean, it's only literally 20 yards worth.
Oh, yeah.
They got some pretty rocky stuff in there. That's fun. So you could ride that and then walk back up and then ride it again over and over again.
That's what we do at Alafaya.
Yeah, exactly.
Up, put the rocks in. It's not quite the same. But...
Exactly. Get your fix on over and over and over and over again. Have you ever done? Okay, you just came back from a trip. Was that counted as a mountain biking trip?
It was half mountain biking trip, half girlfriend's birthday trip.
What's your most epic? Is that your only mountain bike trip, or have you done any other ones? And what was the best mountain biking trip that you've been on?
I haven't really done any specific mountain biking trips. When we go to Asheville, we ride, but it's not necessarily family, kids. They like to ride, but not like I do.
Yeah.
So it's tough to. It can't drag them out on like a 40-mile all day kind of thing.
Yeah. I understand. My kids, they don't want to bike. Well, one of them does, but she's 4, so I can't take her. I can't even take her to Graham Swamp. I can't take her anywhere.
You can get one of those seats that mounts up over the top too.
I've looked at that too, and then I saw the price of it, and I was like, you can just suck it up and go shopping with mommy. That's what you can do. You can have fun there. But yeah, Chris, the Hucking Hedgehog is a guy I know. Graham Swamp is a must. It's if you can make it up here, you gotta hit Graham Swamp, and it will destroy you. But it's a blast. There's like a little bit of everything
great.
there. Yeah, it's
like the last time I was up in the St. Augustine area, it was I think last April, and it was just raining for 3 days that we were there. It's just bad timing, but it's a great little town to
Florida.
be in.
That is Florida. Every time you want to go do something, you can't because it's probably raining. But yeah, whatever. What's your worst crash? Everybody's had their crashes. If you haven't, you're supernatural and something's wrong with you, or you're not actually riding, you're a poser. What's your worst crash you've ever had?
Well, my worst crash I've ever had was right after I had got that Trek in 1995, which is
Okay.
why I've been shying away from jumps for so long. I overshot a gap, landed flat on a rigid bike, and I
Ooh.
fractured both of my wrists,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't know at the time because I was a tough teenager. I was going to tough it out, and I rode like 18 miles home on the road, and now I have permanent nerve damage in my wrist because of it.
Oh no, dude, that
So I was
sucks.
pretty gun shy about things like that till somewhat recently, and
Do
just
you
knowing it was my
do you play the
stupid TV
guitar
choice.
or violin or anything?
I play the guitar poorly.
Do you play it even more poorly now, or is it the same?
I played it better when I was 15 than I do now, and that's
Okay.
part of it because I couldn't for a while.
Okay. Well, at least you don't do it for profession because that would really, really suck.
I actually did play in bands and tour until I was like in my early 20s.
Well, now I'm gonna shut up, and you're
They
gonna
were a
interview
bad
me.
punk band, so it's good.
That's oh, you were a punk band. That's pretty. That's pretty neat. I was in a band in my house by myself, and I played the drums. And I had a friend come
You don't
over
have
every
to
now
get
and
in a
then.
fight with anybody about anything, so that's perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Never had anything thrown at me or anything like that. um, Advice for a brand new person in mountain biking. What advice would you give someone that's brand new in mountain biking?
The advice that I should have given my girlfriend is be patient and don't rush anything.
Okay, yeah,
You
yeah,
will develop those skills. You just have don't you want to follow somebody, but follow somebody who's going to respect where your level is, and
yeah,
that's really important because once you get addicted,
yeah,
you'll know.
yeah.
But right
Exactly,
off the bat, you won't.
exactly. I took a buddy of mine who I thought was addicted to San Velasco, and him and the other guy were whining halfway through. I don't think I see them on here, and if they are, haha. But yeah, I took they yeah, I understand that. Dana asks, thank you, Dana. She likes the tree. She asks, so why do you still mountain bike? What keeps you mountain biking every week?
That little bit of adrenaline in the outdoors, the combination of the two. I'm a bit of photographer and a bird nerd, so the nature aspect of it is great.
Yeah,
And plus, I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, so even though I wasn't hitting big gap jumps,
yeah.
hitting those big drops and doing something that makes me nervous keeps me going.
You're a bird nerd. One time, my mother-in-law, they have some land out here, and they were out by their wooded area, and she started hearing what she thought was a hog. You know, they're squealing, and she's like, Jeremy. She called me up. She's like, Jeremy, you gotta come trap this thing. Come get this is dangerous. We got the kids out here. We got the animals out here. You need to come get rid of this thing. And I'm like, okay. So I get my stuff together, head out there, and I'm sitting out there, and I'm walking around, and I'm trying to see any signs of it, and I don't see anything. I don't smell anything from it. I'm like, Mom, I really don't see anything. She's like, well, just stay out there and see if you can find something, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, I hear the I hear that kind of noise, and I'm like, what? Oh, she was right. She was right. I'm like freaking out. I'm getting ready, and I hear it again, and it sounds more flappy, and I'm like, that's that I don't think that's a hog. So I got on my phone and I start researching it, and it turns out it's a bird. It's a bird around here. You might know it if you're a bird buff, but I don't remember the name of it. But it's a type of bird, and it actually sounds like a hog, squealing or oinking or whatever you want to call it.
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but
Okay,
that's
well,
brilliant.
that if anybody in the group knows what kind of bird that is, Chris, if you know, I don't have any idea if Chris knows. He knows bikes. Let me know what kind of bird that is. Um, put the kid in a bike trailer and send it like Yes, bro. Have you seen that video?
That video is so great.
That is hilarious, dude. And the kid's like, Daddy. I want to do that. I want to make a video. I wish I would have thought of that because I could get my twins in the back of it and just like launch. I'm not that good of a writer, but that would have been insanely awesome. You are a photographer. Did you say you're a photographer?
I am. I was a professional photographer for a while, but
That's
it's
awesome.
better for a hobby for me.
What did you what were you known for photographing or photo taking pictures of?
Photographing.
Photographing.
What I mostly did was corporate stuff. I did a lot of big things for Coca-Cola,
Really?
Florida Aquarium, couple magazines, national brands, even the National Aquarium of Cuba. But what I really enjoy is taking photos of birds and doing things like that. It's not very lucrative. It's a very niche market.
Yeah.
I've even done NHL and MLB, and it's a great hobby for me, but not a good profession.
That's super
even though
awesome.
I've tried.
Just real quickly, thanks Kyle for hopping on. Cobra Kyle there in the comments. He was the last guy we interviewed last week, so it was totally awesome. Thank you, Dana. It's the someone really looked it up. Double-breasted.
I didn't know a cormorant made that noise.
Yeah, bro, you gotta look it up. It after you listen to it, you're like the first time you listen, okay, I can see that. But if you were just listening to it off the beat, not thinking hog, you might not think it. But I literally thought there was a feral hog out there, and scared me. But then I was like, no, and I looked it up, and it's a double-breasted.
Birds are very
cormorant.
common in Florida. So
Yes, they are.
I'm surprised I haven't heard it making hog noise before.
Well, we've been out there. I went out there several days after that, and I heard it again. I've heard it since. So I'm like, oh, there it is right there, and I automatically knew what it was then. So you were a photographer. You were photographer. Is that the only other hobby that you do? Are you looking at somebody?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend in there?
Yeah. Just for a sec. But yeah, that's pretty much the only other hobby that I have going on.
Okay. No other interests. Are you still in school, or are you done with school?
I decided to go back to school, and now I'm just kind of dragging it out, wondering why I decided to go back to school again. Yeah. But more expensive pieces of paper are a great idea. That's
awesome. Yeah. It's a good idea to go back to school. I tried to, and I wasn't going to. So as you ride on your trails and everything, do you find yourself normally going solo, or do you normally go with a group, and which way do you prefer?
Generally, I go solo. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily a choice. It's just my timing.
Okay.
But, like we ride the same day every week. So we see the same guys. We ride together for a little bit, but just it's kind of hit or miss. It's not necessarily like a planned group thing. We just all happen to hit up LFI on Tuesday morning kind of thing.
Yeah. So have you, that's going to be my next animal in the animal guessing game. I think she has kids. My kids do an animal guessing game.
I do 20 questions with the kids with the animals too.
Yeah, that game. Let's see. You said that. What's your dream bike? If you could have any bike out there, what would your dream bike be?
Like current or just overall?
Overall. Ooh, can you still hear me? I can still hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I can still hear you.
Overall, what is your all-time, if money wasn't an issue, what would your dream your dream bike be?
It'd probably be like an early 80s Pro Hutch.
Really? That's
I grew up like
that's a niche people don't get. That's
BMX.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like that's, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Rad. It was heavily featured in that movie, and it's just it's all I wanted as a kid.
I probably have seen it. I don't recall it. That was so long ago. What'd you say, 80?
It came out when I was like 3 or 4, but I had
Okay.
it on VHS
Oh.
growing up, so I watched it a million
VHS.
times.
What's a VHS? I have no idea what that is. No
It's
idea.
like a Betamax,
It's a Betamax.
but
What's a
bigger.
Betamax? What is this? What's this cassette tape? How often do you find yourself riding? Are you once a weeker or?
Yeah,
Um,
generally once a week, plus messing around in the backyard every now and then.
okay. Let's walk this sucker. Is that a? That's a quote from it.
Yes, it is.
let's let's walk this sucker. I do not remember that. I probably saw it once when I was a little kid, and never watched it again. So I need to get back in there and
It's
watch it
really not a good movie, but it's a good movie for bikes.
for biking. Well, none of the sport specific. What I was back in the '90s, I was into aggressive inlining, aggressive rollerblading, or whatever you want to call it.
And a small face as well.
Yes. Oh yeah. Everybody was either skateboarding or rollerblading, or they just went to Hot Topic all the time. Mine was in aggressive inline skating, and my favorite movie was Disney Brink. I don't know if you ever saw Brink,
I know of it, but I've never seen
bro.
it.
That was I'd still rock it out now. I'd turn it on to make my kids, you need to watch this movie. My daughter, I could see my oldest daughter just like, Dad, why? I don't want to watch this. They're bad actors. But so when you ride, are you flats or are you clipless? I'm gonna guess you're a flat pedal guy.
I'm a flat pedal guy. I've been considering getting clipless again. It's just been so long, and now I'm feeling more comfortable that I've been doing it for riding again for about like a year and a half. That
Yeah.
I it's in the cards, but it's flats are good.
Yeah, I'm too scared to fall over and not have control. Even though I never fall over, I still I don't know what's in my head. I don't want to go clipless. Just recently started doing gravel riding. Have you ever gravel rode? Done gravel riding yet?
I have, but not necessarily with a gravel bike.
Yeah,
But I've
I've never tried a
ridden
gravel.
plenty of fire roads and cross country bikes with slick tires.
Yeah, yeah. See, I go on a weekly gravel ride, and everybody's on these gravel bikes, and I'm on my enduro bike, and everybody's clipped in, and I someday. Um, so how does your family um, feel? It could be your parents, your girlfriend, anybody. How does your friends and family feel about your YouTube channel? Do they think you're a goofball for having a YouTube channel? Do they think it's cool? Are you a
Oh yeah, they all
hero?
think I'm a goofy idiot, but
They think you're
I
goofy.
am a goofy idiot,
Yeah,
so it's not a big deal.
yeah. My wife thinks the same thing. When are you gonna make money from this? I don't know. I'm not doing it for money. It's just fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's a blast. She's like, you're spending more money on that GoPro. What's that GoPro Hero? GoPro Hero 7? Yeah, yeah. What endure? I would love to answer questions. I'm gonna ask Matt, Sean. Are you doing any enduro races? Do you have plans on doing any enduro races
Well, since
or
there aren't any
races?
indoor
Races,
races
period.
in Florida,
Do you have any plans on doing any races ever in the future? We got
next year I plan on
Ben
doing
on
a
here,
few.
and I don't know if you ever watched his channel. He's got an awesome channel. He
Actually,
does.
Ben is great.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's insane. Have you ever rode with XE with Ben?
I have not. I'm
No.
afraid to because he'll just
He
wipe
would
the floor.
he would destroy me. Also, I'm pretty sure of it. He does tons of XC races. I did one XC race. Have you ever done an XC race or anything? Because we do that around here.
I used to do four cross way back in the day,
Okay.
but I've never done an XC race.
For the unbiking people, what is four cross actually?
Four
I thought I
cross
knew it,
is
but I don't think I do.
kind of like it's still an Olympic race, but it's kind of like a dual slalom, but there's four people racing at the same time. It's a similar kind of format. You all go down the same track.
Biking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's not real popular right now, is it?
No, it disappeared in the early 2000s, and that was
Okay.
about the last time.
Because I thought I read an article about some slalom racing up in, is it Whistler? I think no, I don't remember.
Yeah,
Was reading in one of my magazines about they were doing the mullet bikes.
they still do the
yeah.
dual slalom, but
Yeah. they're going towards those mullet bikes. What do you think? What do you think about the mullet bikes?
I'm not really sure if it actually makes a difference, but I still
Yeah,
want to try one anyway.
I would like to try one also. Um, let's see, what are we going next? Oh yeah, for any new YouTubers out there, do you have any advice for brand spanking new YouTubers? I know you're pretty new
Yeah,
yourself, but do you have any advice that you've learned since you started?
I'd say don't get discouraged, even if you don't have a lot of subscribers.
Yeah,
Like, my channel's like I said, maybe 90, 87, 88, 89, something like that.
yeah,
The work channel, I grew from 4,000 to 18,000. And it really, like, the difference is really just marketing and knowing your market.
yeah,
And I have so much more fun making a mountain bike video than forcing myself to market, grow a channel,
yeah, yeah.
just that kind of thing. If you're gonna do it to have fun. It'll if it comes, it'll be much more enjoyable than turning it into straight work.
Do you upload every week or twice a week, or is it just
Lately, it's been every week.
yeah,
I've been kind of banking some quick trail rides and then kind of trying to mix in stuff that I want to do
yeah?
more that takes longer.
Do you find since you started that you get kind of burned out every now and then, and you just need a break?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not really a desk person, even though I was at a desk job for a while. So it's going out and doing the riding and the filming part is great, but sitting down and being like, all right, how long is it going to take to put this together in a way that I feel happy about?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I say just have fun with it and try not to worry about it
Don't
so
take it
much.
too seriously.
Yeah,
Sean asked, curious how much time y'all spend each week. How much time do you spend each week dedicated to your channel?
I really probably only spend 4 or 5 hours a week.
Okay.
If I could spend more, I would. That's kind of like the limiting factor of just my free time.
Yeah.
Like it's tough to do what I want, but it's just if I know my limitations and what I can do, it's not so bad.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, what is since we're talking about the recording, what I spent 5 hours editing today. I would say maybe 10 to 15 hours per week. That's that's I've done a couple 15, 10 maybe 10 hours. Yeah, I've done a couple of those every now and then.
If I didn't have your girlfriend and the kids and
Yeah,
all that,
yeah.
I'd probably spend more
Ben
than
has a girlfriend, and I don't know if he still has the dog, but he doesn't have any kids, so the kids kind of shut down a lot of
yeah. I mean, you
that.
apparently have to pay attention to them and talk to them and stuff. So
Apparently, that's what my wife keeps telling me, but all they do is ask for more. They're always hungry, so I don't know. Another serious question: shaved legs or no?
oh God no, I'm too hairy. It would take too
God
long.
no, he says. um, did I ask? I just went blank. Did I ask what your recording setup is? What's your recording setup?
No, you didn't ask.
Okay. Well, so what's your recording setup?
Well, I have a Hero 7.
Okay.
I also have a Hero 4 and a gimbal, which I haven't been using that much. It's more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Really.
I still have my Hero 4 and gimbal, and I just got the 7.
I generally carry the Hero 4 like in my hip pack just in
Yeah.
case something happens.
Yeah.
I can just pull it out and throw it on or put it off to the side so I don't have to disconnect. And
Are you a chin mount or are you a chest
I
mount?
have been recently. I I don't like the angle as much, but it's much easier to deal with, especially in Florida where it's really hot
Hmm.
and having that extra thing on your chest is
It
it's not
sucks,
very
and it
comfortable.
makes you not be able to breathe as well sometimes too,
Yeah,
uh, especially
I
with a
didn't
gimbal.
really like the GoPro harness, so I bought the Stuntman
Okay.
harness,
Yeah.
which fits better, but
That's
it's
that big plastic one, ain't it?
yeah, it has a big plate. It's more comfortable physically, but it's hotter because the
Yeah, I can
straps
see
are
that.
bigger and everything's bigger, so it's
That's nuts. You see, I don't even have the GoPro harness. I have an off-brand GoPro harness, and it flops around. But I use my gimbal, and I'm done with that. I just used the Hero 7, the chin mount, for the first time this past weekend, and it's pretty crazy. Try wearing the chest mount for 90 minutes and an all-out, bro. I know you did at that. He raced obviously in a higher class than I did because I'm garbage at racing. But I saw him and he had his chest mount on, and I'm just thinking, holy crap! And he does. Ben, if I'm correct, you do that for all your races.
Which is insane.
That's just, yeah. I'll compete in a year just to try to beat, because I didn't finish the race. If anybody's ever watched my video, I didn't finish the race because I was a pansy. So we'll see if next year I do it. You should compete with me.
I wanted to do the LFI race this year, but things just didn't pan out, and I couldn't make it. But I'm glad I didn't, because I would have actually died because I couldn't breathe.
I thought I was going to die. Off. Yeah, it's different going out and racing is. I mean, I did the race once. I already did the whole trail or twice, and was fine. And it was only 7.5 miles. And during race time, your body switches into a different mode, and I died. I almost died. It was absolute garbage. But back to the whole family thing. Your family accepting, thinking you're a crazy idiot. But how do you find yourself balancing YouTube life, family life, work life when you were in school, and then everything else?
And I've had an okay time doing it, but it's just tough to squeeze in a few minutes there, here and there.
Yeah.
So like lunch breaks, I'll edit, and then at night do homework, and then or flip it around depending on how much work needs to be done.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it, so I make sure I can squeeze it in.
Yeah, that's what I find. Just setting your priorities above and beyond of it. It's just YouTube.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get
if something really important comes up, I'll let it go.
I've thought about starting one of those kid channels where I have my kids open up a toy, and getting 1 million subscribers for that. Bro, not even joking. They make, well, with the new YouTube rules going on, I don't know how it's going to work now, but they were making, there's a lady on there that makes millions just from opening up kids' toys that my daughters have. It's insane. So what do you normally wear? You say you started going more to that chin strap. What chin mount? What's your normal ride gear that you wear?
Normally I have a pair of Fox shorts, random jerseys from China that are obnoxious that I like to wear, just to
from wish.com.
From my own website.
Oh, okay.
But I won't get into that. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
But it's just silly cartoon jerseys and bright colors and things like that. Just I like to peacock a little bit, and then I have the Bell Super helmet with the chin bar. And
yeah, is it just a regular Super, the 3H or whatever it is, or is it DH?
It's the older Super 2R.
See, I just got the DH, Super DH. Yeah, that's what I've done.
Not this past time I was in Nashville, but the time before that, that's what I used, and it's much more comfortable, but slightly heavier than
it is
the 2R. But the 3R is slightly lighter than the 2R and the same amount of comfort. So I'm waiting for the new Cali Invader to come out to try that.
I haven't seen that one.
That goes. It's really similar to the Fox Pro Frame, the really light one.
Yeah.
Similar design to that.
See, I really want to be able to.
$150.
How much did you say?
Like 150, 200 at most.
That's not bad.
So it's pretty cheap.
See, I got my Bell DH for what did I get? I got it for around $162.
That's
Black Friday though. It was
Yeah.
Black Friday, but whatever. Still, and it was a 2020 model. I think it was a mistake. I think they were trying to do the 2019s, but we'll see.
Take
Oh,
it.
what's up, Seth? We got backyard trail builds.
Oh, what up, Seth?
Seth, ask some questions. I know you got some amazing questions that you want to ask Matt here that you've never known.
I'm gonna ask when he can come to Florida and build cool stuff in my backyard.
I've been telling him my in-laws have about 200 acres, and we're going to be getting 2 of those acres, not attached to their house, but away from their house. But I'm going to build some. I keep telling Seth I'm going to have him come down and build me some stuff sooner or later. But I don't know if I'll be able to afford him now that he's super famous. What has he got now? Almost 50,000 subscribers. But no, what I had a question. Oh yeah, do you have a tagline on your YouTube channel?
I don't have a tagline.
You don't have a tagline.
I think that's why I don't have enough subscribers. I haven't come up with something cool.
That might be something you might need to have Ben. He's about to be heading to Seth's bike house. I know. What a jerk. He's gonna go to Seth's. What a jerk. No one watches you, Seth. So no one really cares. What I even asked? I've completely forgot what I was asking.
I forgot to.
No, tagline. You need to come up with a tagline. We need to. You just need to have. Maybe you need to do one of these live streams, and we all show up and give you a bunch of amazing taglines.
I can't just throw a bunch of beeps up for a tagline. Nobody will know the difference.
Just do it. Just do one, and just do one, a different one every video, and whichever video gets the most views, that's the one you get.
It's not a bad idea.
You just
throw it at the wall, see what sticks.
That's exactly the best thing. Well, that screws that question up. I had a bunch more questions after that one, but you don't have a tagline, so forget that. Random question: what PSI do you? I'm running out of questions, bro. What most people like? We get more questions, and I'm trying to just have fun here, and people aren't helping out, jerks. What PSI do you run your tires at? Now we're gonna get in tech questions now.
I ballpark the front to about 24 and rear about 20. I run it really soft.
Really soft. How much do you weigh?
Between 175 and 185, depending on how much I'm eating.
Or if you pooped. I've if I've pooped or not pooped, it's been about 230 to 235, I think. I haven't weighed myself in a while, but I run even lower, bro. I'm at 21 psi, 23 psi, somewhere around that.
So I just ballpark it with my crappy pump. So
yeah, I got a Nash. I went from Nash bar. It was like $15, but it's got the gauge on the bottom of it. Dana asks Flatwood because there is no hills. So
exactly.
Flatwoods is exactly that.
It's a flat park with no hills.
How many miles is it?
The entire loop is about 25 miles.
Oh, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, so like if I hit up there, I'll do between.
He froze.
14 and 20 because it's pretty flat, so it's.
You froze for a second there, or maybe you were making us think you were freezing.
No, I'm definitely frozen there for a second.
Okay, so what'd you say again?
It's about 14 miles the loop that I do, 14 to 20, but overall it's about 25 miles total.
Now is it all wooded dirt single track, or is it gravel, or
it's
paved?
Well, there's a kind of a combination. There's about that much single track, but there is also 7 miles of asphalt too, so you can do an asphalt loop or kind of mix it in.
Now your logo and everything, did you design it and color it and make it your whole self?
Yeah, that whole thing is all me.
It's honestly is pretty sick. When I first saw it, I actually have to be honest, I subscribed to your channel just because of your logo. Not even joking. I hadn't even click and watch a video yet. I was like, that logo is sick. He's got to be a professional.
It's all good.
Yeah. and then I watched your videos. I stayed with it. So, just someone in one in your room want to come and be interviewed also?
No.
No, she doesn't want to get interviewed. Okay. I mean, just does she ride?
Sort of.
Sort of. About as good as you.
Yeah, about as good.
Okay. Sort of. That's how I ride. Sort of. But let me try to think of some more questions. This is awesome. I mean, we're having a blast here. Do you like my little McDonald's man? Did you even notice that?
I did notice that.
You did?
I used to have a bunch of those when I was a kid.
Bro, I got him when I was a kid, and I had another one that was French fries, and I had another one that was a hamburger that turned into a dinosaur. And
Yeah, I had a bunch of those. My mom worked part-time at McDonald's for a little while she was going to school when I was a kid, so we had a ton of those toys.
yeah, I'm sure there's more back at my house that I need to look up. Seth asks if you could upgrade. He's in a hotel in North Carolina now. You're pretty close to us, man. You should just go ahead and come on down. That's
I was
awesome.
in a hotel in North Carolina like 3 days ago. What the hell?
You jerk. I really want to travel around. I'm really needing some new trails to ride. If you could, he asked, if you could upgrade or buy a piece of filming equipment, what would you get?
Well, I just sold my Canon 80D, and after Christmas, I am buying a Canon EOS R.
Yeah.
So that's the one, and it's coming.
Do you think because all these raves of these new phones coming out, the new iPhone 11 Plus and all these the Pixel and all these phones, do you think there's going to be a time, or do you think it already is, that the phones are going to be matching DSLRs and the cameras that we use?
Well, some applications are really close. In some of my videos, I do slip in phone footage, and you really can't tell a difference.
Yeah.
As long as you can color grade it to match, and
Yeah.
it's not too dark, you're good.
That's awesome. Yeah. I use a little bit, but not a lot. Let's see. I thought he asked us questions. He didn't ask us questions at all. He's still running the Rebel T7i. Bro, I am running. Y'all are going to laugh at me on this. I'm running what am I? Here it is right here. The Nokia Coolpix. L830, dude. It is the Coolpix. And I mean it's garbage. It's trash. But
I still use the T3i on occasion.
yeah,
It has a headphone jack and mic jack.
this doesn't have anything.
It's a secret 1080 weapon.
This has plugins that I thought I was gonna buy some stuff for it, and then it turns out that you can't plug anything audio wise for it. Yeah, Ben only uses his GoPro 7, but there's
Lately,
several
that's
people.
all I use.
Yeah, there's several people that actually. I mean, what's the guy missing his tooth?
Sam Pilgrim.
Sam Pilgrim uses just a Hero, just a GoPro, on all his stuff. I think pretty much, doesn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm pretty sure.
As far as I know, anyway.
Yeah. Well, we got 1 minute left. Before we leave, is there anything that you want to tell your viewers about your channel that you want to let them know? Maybe things coming up in the future that you have planned out. Just something that would get people out to watch your channel.
I do have a giveaway planned once I actually get to 100 subscribers.
Awesome.
I have a saddle and a sweet Answer 50 millimeter dirt jump all mountain kind of stem that I'm gonna give away.
Sweet.
But
Awesome.
I'm not sure exactly when, but it'll be happening.
Well, everybody, I have Matt's channel posted, his link down below in the comments, not in the comments, in the description down below. So make sure you guys go down there, check him out, subscribe to him. as you see here, Matt is a totally awesome guy, totally chill, totally true and real guy. Go check out his channel and enjoy it. Usually, I would say go ahead and give your call sign, your tagline, but we are still working on that. And so if you guys have a tagline that you think he should use, make sure you go watch one of his videos and comment the tagline you
Open
think.
to suggestions.
Yeah, yeah. XC Ben just subscribed to you, so
Thanks, Ben.
there you go, man. Hopefully you'll get a lot more subscribers, and we can get you to 100 as quickly as possible, man.
Thanks a lot, Joby. I had a great time.
No problem,
Awesome
all.
talking
Thanks
to you.
so much for coming on here. Enjoyed spending time and getting to know you a little bit better. Don't be a stranger, and we'll go ride, and maybe we'll go and race XC Ben, and we'll beat him this time. And we're never going to beat XC Ben. He's too...
We'll tag team him. I'll do the first half. You can do the second half. When he's all
fine.
burnt out, right?
Well, we'll back in the woods. We'll punch him in the gut real quickly. No one will see it, and then we can maybe stomp him and pull his lycra up over his head or something. I don't know.
Do some cartoonish, like Wile E. Coyote painting a trail on a wall kind of thing.
That's exactly. Oh, he said, "Don't tease me." Okay. All right, cool. Well, thanks guys for coming on here and watching Flatwoods MTB. Like I said, go and subscribe to him. But like I say every single time, guys, make sure you lift up God, lift up life, lift up the adventure. Get out there, make your own adventures. Go and check out Flatwoods MTB. Thanks, Matt, so much for being on here.
Thank you, Joby.
Love you guys. You guys are so awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Later.